man, so conversations are still stemming around Diddy, but right here we got 50 Cent speaking and saying the reason why he thinks some fuel has been put on the fire to shut Diddy's operation down. Pete, what do you have to say right here?
You have the experience with major corporations like me, my particular experience with Beam Centauri. It was great in the beginning. It's great for us to work for them. It is not so cool when you start to own things. You see what I'm saying? So I made a lot of money with them too. Like, there's a point, they did a deal that mirrored what Puffy's deal with Diageo was for Ciroc. So he didn't have ownership of that at any point, but he was getting a lot of money, like almost like $60 million a year at one point. So you see him go to daily on is when you see him have some issues. And these people have really strong relationships. Don't think that the civil case doesn't turn into a criminal case faster because he's making them uncomfortable. That's a big part of it. The spirits business is not governed. They got a discus board that they created, right? If you got two companies that are $3 billion a year, and Beam Centauri and Diageo, the distribution level, it's very hard for you to get things to a point where you can do the right numbers. They incentivize the sales force by giving them box bonuses. And then when you sell a product, you get the bonuses off the boxes that's there. But you make that no matter what product you're selling. So if you sell Hennessy or Remy out the gate, they start to put downward pressure on the new companies.
Okay, so y'all know we went over everything with Diageo a long time ago when the whole lawsuit first happened. I broke it down. I told y'all why he was suing them, and at first Diageo was upset with them because like they saying, hey bro, we done did all this business with you, you calling us racist? We don't like that. 50 saying that may play into what's going on with Diddy, but we can't take away what we did see. Him chasing Cassie down that hallway and putting hands and feet on her. We can't take away what the feds saying. Everything they seized, the tapes, the text messages, the baby oil, all that shit. That shit is real. So two things can't be true at once. The people who were protecting Diddy saying they didn't want to protect him no more, and Diddy being on some fuck shit. Real deal fuck shit. But y'all let me know what y'all think, but to keep it pushing, man. Cassie has popped out for the first time. You know, she got caught up with paparazzi, but she was moving real quick fast.
Hey Cassie, how are you? How do you feel about all the allegations with Diddy going on right now? Do you feel justice is being served right now? Have a good night. Good to see you, Cassie.
Casey, how you doing? How you feeling?
Nevertheless, she's all smiles. You know, this is definitely, you know, a photo op. I wonder if it's like a level of relief knowing that the person who was tracking her, I'm pretty sure he's let off. He's let off lately, the last few years. But to know for sure he's no longer out in the streets, he's being monitored, that probably gives you a level of relief to a degree. You feel me? Like the dude was said to be stalking her, sending people after her. She tried to move on before, blew up Kid Cudi's car. That was years ago, but like I said, I'm pretty sure it's calmed down. It's not to that level, but knowing for sure that person is not here anymore on the street, the free world, it must feel different out there. She got a little pep in her step today. But speaking of Cassie, y'all know the situation where we talked about how his attorneys, Diddy's attorneys, was trying to flip the conversation that happened within the hotel room that led to him chasing her down the hallway. Was she caught him cheating, she threw the cell phone at him, hit him in the head, and took his clothes and then ran away. The attorney saying, man, that ain't what the hell happened, bro. They saying the defendant had a freak off on March 5th, 2016. We have evidence there was one commercial sex worker there in the room during the assault. She isn't even wearing shoes. She is in danger. The defendant storms out in a towel. We have a message from the victim. I still have crazy bruising. He claims he wanted to get his clothes back, but that's not what happened here. She tried to escape a room with the defendant and a commercial sex worker. She fled without shoes. Immediately after the assault, the defendant sent these messages. Call me. The cops are here. I got 6 kids. Yo, please. I am surrounded. You gonna abandon me all alone? The defendant knew he had done something that could elicit police response. He covered up what he did. This year, after the surveillance video came out, only then did he admit that it was him. Yesterday, it was claimed that his clothes were taken, but that's not what happened. Why drag the victim back down the hall to the room? The indisputable evidence makes clear you cannot take the defendant at his word. March 5th, 2016 is far from the defendant's lone act of violence and obstruction. Freak-off activity is the core of this case. They use force, coercion, and drugs. So that's that right there, man. If Diddy ain't got no proof to prove that situation as far as the cheating and shit, that angle right there, they gonna step all over that shit, bro. What y'all think though? Y'all think he got a fighting chance? Let me know in the comment section below, but let's keep it pushing though. So we got Faison Love speaking. He got some questions. Let me go ahead and make sure y'all can see it on the screen properly. I haven't seen this in full yet, so I'm gonna watch this with y'all first time. Y'all gotta mind me. Y'all know Miami weather is bipolar. We storming over here today. It was just hot as hell, not storming like a mother. But let's see what's up. Shout out to my people from the crib.
I need y'all to help me. We all heard about Puffy.
Okay.
And I see a lot of people, yay. I'm confused. The Cassie thing, I understand. I think you should definitely lock this nigga up.
Okay.
Put hands on the young lady. But I don't understand the other shit. Can y'all help me? When has being nasty been a federal crime? And I'm glad they told me. I didn't know there was a limit on baby oil. I'm getting a few, because we get ashy. But you get a massage or something or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Please tell us the new rules for niggas. Because maybe they're not new rules, actually, because I think it was 1800s. There was this very famous boxer named Jack Johnson, and he was whooping ass. Everybody ass, but mostly white folks ass. He was whooping a lot of white folks ass.
Okay.
And he had a white woman, Mae West. They couldn't stop this black man. So they gave him trafficking. In the 1800s. Taking a white woman across the lines was... If he didn't do that, he wouldn't have stopped. Boxing. I thought I told you that we won't. Make it make sense. We need to know the new rules. You can't take anybody on vacation. You can't take anybody to Vegas. Damn sure don't bring them to Atlanta. I need y'all to help me because I don't know the new rules. Please tell me what was illegal.
If Cassie is the main victim, I haven't heard of any other victims yet, then I guess you only need one person to do these things for it to be true. If most of the time she was doing things against her will because she was drugged up and then being threatened by her career being ruined or not having financial means and things of that sort, being harmed and chased down, tracked down, those things, it goes beyond him being nasty and freaky. It just goes beyond that point. But as of now, that's the one victim that we know for sure that's on this case. We'll have to wait for more to come out, Even Dr. Umar is approaching things from the same angle, and I think that's like, it's premature to have this talking point right here.
Sean Puffy Combs' federal charges have little, if anything, to do with domestic abuse or pedophilia. His major sex crime federally is he's being accused of transporting women across state lines to engage in sex. What we call prostitution. Not Cassie, not the freak-offs, not underage girls, but prostitution. Why am I bringing this up? Because I don't support prostitution either. I do not support men paying for the sugar box. I do not support black women having to sexually exploit their sugar box in order to pay their bills. With that being said, prostitution is the oldest female business on the planet Earth. Prostitution is the oldest female business on the planet Earth. Prostitution is the oldest female business on the planet Earth. It is the sexual trafficking that Sean Puffy Combs is being accused of. Not domestic abuse, not freak-offs, not stomping out Cassie, not engaging in sex with underage women. It is interstate sexual trafficking. That is the charge. Why am I bringing this up? I'm bringing this up, peace God, because when I listen to the news, they're not talking about the evidence against Sean Puffy Combs. When I listen to the news, they're not talking about the evidence of Sean Puffy Combs. When I listen to the news, I have yet to hear anybody give me a specific piece of interstate sex trafficking evidence against Sean Puffy Combs. I'ma say it again. I'ma say it for the low political IQ Negroes. I'ma say it for the average political IQ Negroes. And I'ma say it for the high IQ Negroes. I haven't seen or heard a single piece of evidence against Sean Puffy Combs. I ain't read it in the New York Times. I ain't read it in the Philadelphia Inquirer. I ain't heard it on CNN. I ain't seen it on headline news. Where is the evidence that Sean Puffy Combs engaged in interstate sex trafficking? I keep hearing about Cassie when I turn on the news. Why are we hearing about Cassie when Cassie has nothing to do with the federal indictment? I don't think any black man should have 1,000 bottles of baby oil. I don't think any black man needs 1,000 bottles of baby oil. But I haven't seen anywhere in federal law where owning 1,000 bottles of baby oil is a federal crime. Brothers and sisters, are you with me so far? Brothers and sisters, are you with me so far? Do you understand, overstand, and understand what the most requested black scholar in the world is saying right now? Do you understand and overstand and understand what the most requested black scholar in the world is saying right now? Do you understand, overstand, and understand what the premier Pan-Africanist on the planet is saying to you right now? Baby oil is not a federal crime. Stomping out Cassie, he was not charged with a crime. The freak-offs are not crimes. So why do we keep hearing about Cassie? Why do we keep hearing about baby oil? Why do we keep hearing about freak-offs? Where are the federal charges? And why are the charges being sealed? Why did the feds seal the charges against Sean Puffy Combs? I'm going to tell you one reason why the feds sealed the charges against Sean Puffy Combs. One of the biggest reasons they sealed the charges against Sean Puffy Combs is because the evidence is probably weak. The evidence is probably weak. And because the evidence is probably weak that he is guilty of interstate sex trafficking, and because the evidence is probably weak that he is guilty of interstate sex trafficking, they had to seal the charges. They had to hide the charges from you and I. They had to hide the charges from you and I long enough for the public execution to be carried out.
And so as you can see, I commented on the video, Cassie's being mentioned because the feds are positioning her as a human that was being sex trafficked and doing freak-offs against her will. The evidence they're discussing is her running away in a hotel during a freak-off. Will there be more victims? I don't know. We'll see. This person right here says it will be more victims. They said that. However, the feds just show and say very little now so they can get more witnesses and victims. This is a huge investigation, tip of the iceberg, you know, type shit. So that's what's going on. Wait, this is the feds. This is the feds. I understand we have our conspiracies. I understand to take a black man down shit. People are always going to be, you know, screaming about that point. But does every black man deserve that support? Y'all answer that question for me. But like I said in the previous video, when talking about this, especially with the Shine situation, a lot of viewers, they don't have the patience to sit there and try to reason when it comes to Puffy no more, because over his time, over the years, he's done so many people wrong. They don't give a damn about the specifics of the situation, whether or not this I is dotted, that T is crossed. They just want to see the man be held accountable just for being a fucked up person over his career. That's what they want to see. So they're not going to be sitting here with you trying to say, oh, he was trying to buy Warner Brothers. That's not true. I'm saying, you know, just being hyperbolic. But they're not going to be trying to do all the conspiracy theories with you, because they just feel like him as an individual, pay him dirt. We don't give a damn what happens to him, because his time has come. The chickens have come home to roost. That's a lot of folks' disposition when it comes to anything with Puffy right now. So that's just going to be that. They're not going to be hearing you out. They're not gonna hear you out. But let's keep it pushing though. Diddy is celebrating one small W. You guys know we went over this situation where this dude was given a default judgment because Puffy did not show up to court after he filed a lawsuit saying that him and Diddy were having a little freak off, and while they were having sex with one girl, he fell asleep saying that he was drugged and woke up and Diddy was having sex with another woman, and then said to this dude, allegedly, I was doing this to you. Wild. Crazy. But that's a story. Who knows if it's true or not, but it sounds wild as hell. Now, once again, he was granted a default judgment, but Diddy's lawyer said we never received the lawsuit in the first place. And also there's something that says that Diddy them came to see him in jail, so he must have got the lawsuit. I don't know about that, because eventually that award was overturned by a Michigan judge. Okay, now Diddy filed an emergency motion to set aside a massive $100 million judgment he was ordered to pay, saying he was never served with the lawsuit and he didn't know he had to handle the matter until news outlets started reporting on the judgment. So they're saying that the accuser failed to prove he effectively served the lawsuit in accordance with Michigan law. All right, so the case will not proceed like any other lawsuit, and Diddy got some W right there, you know, some. But we're gonna wrap up this video right here, man. Y'all let me know what you gotta say in the comment section below. I'm gonna go ahead and get it out of here though. This is another update with Stace. Yo.